All right.
Hi, Janna Lopez, publisher of Goodness and Portland Family, and the other half of the Fran and Jan show. And I'm so excited. I get finally to have a conversation with China Forbes, and she's like everything and more that I thought she'd be, which is so awesome. Because I was hoping to have the conversation with you, and you know, one of the things I wanted to ask you is if you could describe the quintessentially perfect Portland day. What would that be? Because Portland's so amazing. We've already talked about all the great things in Portland.
I think lately my perfect day is waking up at 5:30.
Yes.
Getting a lot of stuff done before my son gets up at 7. But at like 6:30 and 6:45 he wakes up and starts talking to himself, and I hear him singing, and then he starts saying, "Mama, come downstairs," and that's when I know it's time to get him. And then we have breakfast.
Okay,
I would make pancakes from G Creek from the farmer's market. The multi-grain pancake mix is the best.
Okay.
So I would make him pancakes with real maple syrup. It's very important to me. And then he would go off to school with his daddy, and I would have some time to work on writing songs.
Okay.
And then I would go to my gyrotonics class with my favorite trainer, Deanne.
Which I've discovered is like Pilates and
with opiates.
With opiates involved, yeah, and yoga, kind of a hybrid.
It's sort of like Pilates if Pilates wasn't meaningless and random. It's got like, you know, a purpose that I can connect to.
Okay.
And it resets my nervous system and realigns my whole spine.
Calibration's important?
Yeah. And then I would have a massage. And then go in the sauna.
Oh God, I like this day.
And then I would go home and see my son, who's come home from school, and we would go on the slide that I made in my house, which is an IKEA mattress that's this thin, on the stairs in my bedroom. He slides down it, and then I pull it up, and he runs up the stairs, and then slides down.
Ingenuity.
And then we would have dinner. He would have dinner. He eats by himself at his little midget table. And then we give him a bath and read books, sing my new version of A, B, C, D, E, F, G, which is to the chord progression of Isn't She Lovely by Stevie Wonder. Much better, much more lively.
So awesome.
My son plays the shaker and my husband plays the congas and I play the piano. And then, you know, we read Snowy Day and Peter's Chair and Goodnight Moon and other books, and then he goes to bed, and then we have dinner and watch a movie.
It's nice.
Me and Adam. It's a perfect
day. It is a perfect day. And it doesn't take a lot. You know, I think with kids, one thing we talked about was that it doesn't take a lot to make a lot.
Right.
Those memories are amazing, and they love simple things, and just being home.
Just hearing the things they say that are hilarious. Like, okay, so a little boy at the park fell off his bike and cried. My son witnessed this. The dad came running over, consoled the boy, got back on the bike, and then they left the park. And since then, all my son wants to hear is, "What happened? What happened? Boy fell off his bike at the park." And then he goes, "That happens sometimes."
Oh, God,
It's so cute. But he wants to know what happened over and over again. And we have to tell him that the boy was okay, he got back on his bike, he went home and had lunch.
It's an adventure.
His dad put him to bed, read Goodnight Moon, so like my son thinks that this really happened. And
no, it's
like,
good.
Goodnight Moon, Goodnight Moon.
No, it's good. And you know what? Maybe sometimes when you have a chance to let them believe it's that easy.
I know.
Let them believe
get
it's that
back on the bike. It's a good lesson to learn. It happens. You know what happens. Blank happens in life. See, we learned that already.
Yeah, it's otherwise known as carp, as in fish. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Carp. In case her son happens to watch this.
Right, because he's never heard that word before.
Yeah, okay, so that's good. So thank you so much for taking time. The interview is going to be in the April issue of Goodness.
My birthday month.
Yeah, April 29th. That's my mom's birthday.
That's the day it comes out?
No.
Oh. Oh my God.
No,
your mom has my birthday?
She does. Tauruses. I'm a Taurus.
That is so. Yeah. When's your birthday?
May 12th. Yeah.
I love Taurus.
Yeah, so we're definitely excited about it. It'll be out in April, and you know, she's got a lot of amazing stuff coming up, and her album 78 is beautiful. If you haven't listened, go onto her website, take a listen, and better yet, purchase. And we're really lucky to have her here in Portland, and look forward to everything that China has to bestow upon us lovely Portlanders.